So we're rolling right into September. We hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. Last week, I spent 5 days on the west coast of Southern Florida working on the big new 2,000 cylindrical aquarium. The filtration system is going awesome. And hopefully someday next year, I'll be able to video and show you guys what's going on over there. This week, I had a podcast with Keith at Reef Bum, which went super well, about an hour and a half, and got to discuss about a lot of the things that we do here with our companies and how we're continuing to work to help professionalize the entire marine aquarium trade across North America with Fish Guy Professional Group. And as well, this coming Saturday, if you're here locally in town, we have Chris Meckley from ACI Aquaculture in Plant City, Florida. He's one of the featured speakers. And Dr. Charlie Gregory, a veterinarian, marine vet, who is also a well-known advocate for responsible aquarium keeping and in a proper care of the marine organisms within your aquarium. He's also one of the speakers at the FMAS meeting here in our building this Saturday, which is the 7th of September. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this transitional aspect of setting up a brand new reef aquarium. What animals do you put in there first? It's always a big question. People have different opinions on what really should go in first, and I'll use this saltwater softy reef aquarium as an example. This is a 400-gallon we've had running now probably 7 months or more. And I really want to identify some of the key fish or some of the key animals that you're going to put in first, right? You've got some white or purple marco rock in there. You might have some reef rock, you might have some aqua roche. There's a lot of different styles of rockscaping that you're gonna put in. But then what do you do next? Well, gosh, you put in some salt water. You might put some Fritz bacteria or Dr. Tim's bacteria in there to initiate the process, to get the biological stability happening. But then you've got to put a consumer and a producer in there. And that goes down into a fish and the food that goes in. And then you're getting the organic cycling going. One of the prime animals that we like to put in originally right away is, aquaculture tank raised clownfish. Those are really great fish to start with. They're already acclimated to life in the marine reef aquarium, and they're already eating pellets. They're really a strong, vibrant fish, and that's one of the first ones that I really like to put in. Just a simple pair of Ocellaris will start. And the other one is blue-green chromis. Gosh, green chromis. Let's go over to the big 1680. A little blue right now, but doing super well. These green chromis have been in here the entire time. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 12 of them in there now. I may have started 4 years ago with 16 of them, and we've settled in somewhere around a dozen blue-green chromis, but that is a really strong, super great fish. They're friendly, they're not beating up other fish. They do really well in a reef aquarium, and worldwide, I've seen them in oceans all over. Certainly it's a Pacific organism, but there's gazillions of them out there in the ocean. Gazillions, that's a real term. You can get them small, you can get them larger, but that green chromis is one of the key go-to fish for us for the establishment of a brand new reef aquarium. So let's go into the back and see some more. Whoa, and there's Melissa back in there right now. She's working in the system too. And we're kind of going into blue mode now. But the thing that's really great about this system, you can look down here on this and you can see all the blue-green chromis in there. You can see the aquaculture clowns. And they're all acclimated and healthy, living and thriving in a closed marine aquarium system. So one of the items with doing that is that you're getting the fish acclimated to a closed system. They're in-house, held in our facilities, and they're happy and healthy, eating algae, looking for food, and they're already acclimated to life in a coral reef aquarium. You have the blue little Springer eye damsels. That's another great beginner fish for a new reef aquarium. You've got these stripies from Australia. Those are great little fish too. They eat Aptasia. I usually don't use them as a starter fish, but by gosh, that's a strong fish, man. That fish will live forever. You've got all sorts of designer clowns from ORA or Sustainable Aquatics or one of the other suppliers that we use for aquaculture clowns. There's that blue Springer eye back there under the blue lights. You can see his got some really neat colors, but they do great, and they eat flatworms too. That's a bonus of that fish. You can see the yellow tangs there. Those I got from Biota. Normally we need to buy about another 20 of them right now, but once they're held in the systems and growing and living, I mean, they'll get bigger because they're here all the time. That's really the big intent with setting up a brand new aquarium. There's some zebra gobies that are in there. Those are another great, strong reef aquarium fish to begin the establishment of your reef aquarium. Now, when we go into corals, let's say you're going to do a mixed reef, certainly you can put in some sarcophyton or a Sinularia leather, maybe even a Jurassic clam. Obviously, you could put in some cult coral, any of those types of soft corals, green star polyp, all of that will do super well in the establishment of a mixed coral reef aquarium. But if you're going to go stonies, I'm going to probably recommend to put in some Monty caps. Here's some small frags of the grafted Monty caps there, and then you can see some bigger ones here with the Acropora and the Stylophora. You've got your Forest Fire digitata. You got to make sure your chemistry's in check. Your clear water scrubber is clean. Most is cleaning that right now. Looks really great. And then you can see these big red Monty caps and some big different types of acros. The stuff will grow like weeds, so you got to be careful, you know, again, to how big your system is to what you put in first. You're not going to start off a brand new 400-gallon and put this big Monty cap in there. You're going to go in there and put in some smaller Monty caps, some smaller pieces of corals to grow in over time with your aquarium and allow your aquarium to grow in, grow up, and become really fantabulous over the lifespan of what you're looking to grow and keep in your aquarium for many years to come. Like, subscribe, and choose your animals carefully, and make sure that you're picking the right ones that are going to live a long time in your aquarium. See you next week.